dollars in debt by spending and printing trillions more isn't a good idea. It's nothing but baseless fear-mongering. But when the government loses 13% of its workforce, 13 temporarily, they treat it as the biggest national tragedy America has ever faced, with the big countdown clock and everything. Day number 7, government shutdown, America held hostage. It's 13%. It's a phony shutdown. If you can't cut 13% of government workforce, come on, that's not even noticed by the public. And that is why this president is searching for things to cut. Last week, we told you about the open-air World War II memorial getting blocked off. 90-year-old guys in wheelchairs being turned away, even though they don't require any employees to keep this thing open. The monument is funded with private funding, and they shut it off. Now we also know this happened at the Vietnam Memorial.
These vets came from North Carolina just to visit the wall.
Well, we worked on this project almost 3 years, raising the money, and then the government shut down, and we didn't know what we were going to do, but the consensus among the group of Vietnam veterans was, we're going to go anyways. If we have to go through the barricade, we'll go through the barricade.
There's an American for you. The president attempted to shut down the privately owned Mount Vernon, George Washington's home, 3 hours later because talk radio picked it up and the internet picked it up. The barricades blocking the parking were removed, but that didn't stop the feds. We told you last week a colonial farm in McLean, Virginia. It's operated independently, hadn't had a dime of government money since 1980. They shut it down. They're trying to block people from looking at Mount Rushmore. This one kills me. You can't even stop and look at Mount Rushmore. We joked last week. What are they going to put curtains up? No. They put cones all along the highway so you can't stop. You got to be kidding me. The Grand Canyon closed its roads. Campgrounds, the lodges, the trails, the overlooks, the entry sites. Anybody trying to raft down the Colorado River? You don't own the Colorado River anymore. The government does. Even though the state of Arizona, along with private corporations, offered to help keep it open, why do you think they own so much property? They're boxing you in. Don't you see that? These private corporations, the state of Arizona said, we're going to keep it open. We'll pay for it. The president declined. Really? Yellowstone National Park closed. The iconic Philadelphia restaurant, again, not funded by the federal government. Not funded. Privately funded. A place not affected by the 1995 shutdown, closed up shop. Told to. In most cases, it costs more to close these sites down and enforce the shutdown than it would be just to keep it open. How much money do they have to spend putting the damn cones out in front of Mount Rushmore? It's insane. And this is not about money. It's not about funding. This is all, it's not even really about politics. It's about shoving. It's about teaching you. Revolutionaries are teaching you. Don't screw with us. We're the United States of America. I feel like we're in Gitmo. I don't know about you. Of course, if it was Gitmo, we'd have approved food and our own exercise course. We'd be playing volleyball. Here's the latest targeted and unnecessary shoves. And make no mistake, that's what it is, a shove. A disgusted Park Service ranger said, and I'm quoting, "We have been told to make life as difficult for people as we can," end quote. Now, I'd sure like to know what public servant gave that park ranger that advice. I'd like to know if there are any other park rangers or any other police officers or anybody else that is standing up and saying, I'm not putting those damn cones up on the highway. On Lake Mead, private homeowners have been forced out of their homes. Now, these are 80 and 90-year-old people. Some of them have owned these homes since the 1970s. Now, why would they be kicked out of their own homes? Well, they were told by officials they had to leave right away because the government couldn't provide any services.
They sent us this statement saying, unfortunately, overnight stays are not permitted until a budget is passed and the park can reopen.
What if somebody told them to have to move out of their place, you know?
With just 24 hours notice to get out and no set time to return, Joyce had a lot of work ahead of her.
Be sure and get his walker and his scooter that he has to go in.
She said in that interview she had to go buy him some pants and some underpants because she had to move out of there so fast because the government was ushering them out of their own home. Hello, America. Do you know anybody that was talking about this in your circles this weekend? I'm sorry, but if it's just me, it is time to move to Canada. It really is, because we're in deep, deep trouble. Don't you hear what they're saying? I don't care what services you can or cannot provide. You notice this? They're saying you have to leave because we can't provide you with services. And these people here are saying, we don't need your services. Get the hell off my lawn. But it gets worse. It's more callous than that. The Amber Alert website was shut down. Now this is the thing. If there's a missing child, you get a message. Now, if you wanted to access the Amber Alert site, this is what it showed. Due to the lapse in federal funding, this Office of the Justice Program website